What is up, guys? Cat here, bringing you another manga related video. Hopefully this comes out relatively soon, but anyway, this is a mini review of Jujutsu Kaisen. This is a shonen manga that I just read actually on the Shonen Jump app. I've been meaning to get to it because it is recently getting an anime, and also, it caught my attention quite a bit. People are saying it's been pretty good. What I mean by mini review is that this video won't go in depth analyzing all of the arcs or fleshing out the characters and why they're good, their backstories and whatnot. I'm simply going to hit you with the main aspects on why I like the series or why I didn't like the series. So let's just go ahead and start with the pros. To start things off, the series has some great characters for being a shonen battle manga. It does away with your generic loudmouth protagonists, which is always a plus, for me at least. Our main lead is actually a sensible person who reacts according to his character and the relationships and ties he's built throughout the story. It also has great character dynamics / chemistry between our main cast. Mainly what Jujutsu Kaisen did right was that they didn't go with the overdone rivalry between our two leads like so many other shonens love to do. Our characters all have their own motivations / goals, therefore there is no need for them to have these rivalries just for the sake of having one. Obviously they want to grow and become stronger, especially when another ally suddenly shows, a bunch of growth. But that's the case not just in manga, but real life as well. If you see your friend grow, it's only going to push you to grow as a result. This is not only obvious, but done right in this series. The pacing and more importantly, the power scaling doesn't feel like it's gonna go out of control just yet, and that's really, really important for me at least. I feel like some of these shonens just, 70 chapters in and our main character is already the strongest guy in the fucking world. The strongest character in this series is justifiably strong and still outclasses our up and coming heroes by a large margin. This gives me hope that we won't be reaching the power ceiling too soon. Then again, I wouldn't mind if this series ends relatively soon, relative to other shonen manga that is, meaning anywhere from 200 to 300 chapters would be nice, but if this series can continue with its current quality, I wouldn't mind it running longer than that. The comedic relief / slice of life moments are genuinely funny and overall fun to watch. It's a nice change of pace, especially when they are often placed after the conclusion of an intense arc. This is personally my favorite use / placement of scenes that are only ever meant to add some small character development or used to make you like our cast even more. One scene in particular, not really a huge spoiler here, it's fucking like 2 panels, it's so small, doesn't really mean anything. It deals with a girl who has a crush on her main lead, which is, done in every fucking manga ever, right? But this scene is so fucking good because it's so heartwarming. It puts most other shonens to shame. I can imagine any other shonen taking the comedic route with this scene, but instead they made us care for the main character more simply because he's just a genuinely nice guy. It's a shonen battle manga, so we have to talk about the battles, right? The battles are fun, they're well drawn and easy to follow, especially when the focus is a martial arts type move. The visuals are easy to follow and very well drawn. I'm kind of being redundant there, but I'm not really a critic when it comes to art as much, but this art's pretty damn good. You can be a judge for yourself. This brings me to the power system though. What exactly is the power system? It really doesn't fucking matter, honestly. Every other shonen manga, they're gonna say there's a type of energy that you use to manipulate, and you manipulate that energy and you create your power. That's it. You don't really have to get into detail with anything because it doesn't matter. It's just a means to an end. But everyone seems to have their own strengths and manipulate their energy in unique and different ways, which is really important. You don't want them all to be doing the same shit because that gets boring. It's rare to see any 2 characters fighting in the exact same way, which is a plus in my opinion. You don't want things to get stale, you want things to be fun. The fun never stops, but the fights are always, different and entertaining, to say the very least. And, action-packed and climactic, so yeah, they're good. So, the plot. It's alright, I guess. In my opinion, for a shonen to be a good shonen, the plot doesn't really have to be a significant driving factor. We have a reason for our characters to grow and become stronger, and we're just there to watch their journey unfold. They do have a really great flashback scene early on, again, relative to shonen early on, which in this case means around chapter 60-ish. This flashback scene really fleshes out the context behind why the bad characters are bad and what their intentions are, and why the good characters are good and what their intentions are as well. It's super well done, where our character kind of just like closes his eyes and opens it again. He was pretty much just daydreaming about things that happened in the past that affect the future, which I thought it was well done. It's nothing spectacular, the plot that is, but it doesn't have to be. Then again, if this was atrocious and like super fucking bad, we'd have a problem, but it's not. So you just enjoy the ride. It's shonen, you know. You're not going into this thinking it's going to be something by, you know, Naoki Urasawa or any Takehiko Inoue. You go into it wanting fun, and if it's a good story along the way, then hey, that's a plus. So now we talk about the cons. So if you're like a huge fan and you're gonna rip me up in the comments because I'm about to talk about the shitty parts in this series, there really isn't anything that sticks out to me that would make me not want to recommend this to you. My biggest complaint would be that the consistency and quality of arcs isn't quite there. I feel like some arcs are really damn good. You know, they get me pumped up, and I thought the story and the little writing was actually well done, and it's followed by something that's pretty bland and just passable. But I think that can be said about most shonen. They have a lot of chapters, a lot of mini arcs and major arcs that some are gonna outshine the others, which is perfectly normal. So if you like shonen and don't mind the tropes that come with it, I would definitely recommend you give this a read. It's only around 100 chapters as of this recording, and I genuinely had a good time. What another plus that I would say that I'm thinking now on the top of my head is that it's very, very, very bingeable, where the first 30 chapters are really damn good, and it pulled me in, and I read this series in like 2 days. If you want to score, even though they really mean nothing, give this series a solid 7.5 out of 10. You guys have a great day. Check it out.